Hey guys, what's up? Tech here, and today we will be talking about Mario Bros. And if it's considered cheating to use the rewind button. I will be separating this video in 4 separate parts. This is part 1, where I talk about the original Mario Bros. And how it holds up on the Switch. Since the recent Nintendo Direct, everyone has been hyped for the 3D All-Stars, but there was something pretty major that they announced, that Super Mario All-Stars was dropping that day. Yes, Super Mario All-Stars, not the 3D All-Stars, the original All-Stars game would be on the Switch. So with Mario All-Stars being on the Switch, let's check out how the game holds up in the Switch in terms of visuals, controls, design, and consistency. Man, this game is pretty good, but does it make the online service worth it? Well, although it's a nice addition, it does not fix the major online issues. And this is important because online is still lacking in actual value, even if it's just 20 bucks a year. And I think a lot of people were expecting N64 games to come over. But going back to the Mario All-Stars, let's start with the controls. And yes, I know this game is old school, but man, the controls are tough to master. But once you get used to the controls, it's actually pretty fun. It feels slippery at times, but it does not ruin the experience. The visuals are great and audio improvements have been made, which is nice. However, one thing I do want to mention is how insanely useful the rewind effect is. Seriously, I thought I would rage if I didn't use this feature. Now I've seen a lot of people talking about if it's considered cheating to use the rewind feature. Well, I think these games are hard enough on their own to justify using the rewind button. However, if you think you can handle the challenge, then go for it. I only use the feature because I know I won't have time, especially with the Mario 3D All-Stars collection coming out very soon. I could totally play the game on its own without the rewind button, but again, having the option and not much time makes it hard not to use it. So yeah, overall I think it's totally fine to use it, and it's fine not to use it as well. But what isn't right is telling someone that they're wrong for using the rewind mechanic. Like, dude, just let them enjoy the game. This kind of reminds me of the time where it was asked if it was cheating to move forward in time in Animal Crossing, but it was a nice option to have. I mean, I didn't think it was cheating, but many people did. Anyways, let's talk about the game's consistency. And damn, this game is consistent in gameplay. You jump on a bunch of bad guys and get to the flagpole. It's simple, but that's what makes it so fun. Although I will admit that it does make the game less memorable other than 1-1. I seriously love the night theme in the game. It's so new, and it's sad that it doesn't return in any other 2D Mario game other than Super Mario Maker. This is important because the worlds are distinct from 2D games. There's a fall theme, a night theme, and a wall theme. In present 2D games, there are 8 themes, and they're all the same in the 5 games of the newer series. This connects with the 3D games because in how they are different in each world. Take Mario Odyssey for example, a Metro Kingdom, a Luncheon Kingdom, and a Wooded Kingdom. I could go on and on about how they make each game unique and how they still remain consistent. That's what makes the game fun, creative, and ambition. I know it takes a lot of skill to do this kind of stuff, but look at Paper Mario. Miyamoto was barely involved in that project, and look how the team managed to pull off a creative and ambitious title that sold better than the Wii U and Sticker Star, the Wii U version of Paper Mario and Sticker Star, that were bland and not as good in game design. Although the characters aren't as creative as I would like them to be, there's still creativity implemented in the same ambition. Nintendo should implement the same ambition into their 2D game. There was something else that I noticed in this game, in how bland the boss fights were. Like seriously, Bowser 8 times and another 8 if you're doing the star levels. I know these were created in a time where Nintendo were on a budget, but man, you could have at least added the Koopa Links for the billionth time. Also, the puzzles were kinda weird. Yes, you heard me right, the game had puzzles. In the later castles, there would be this weird section where you had to pick the right path, and it was completely random. I did not like this design decision, but again, it only happened a few times. This is important because it shows how Nintendo's past is affecting their future. This is because take the Bowser boss fights for example. There's no variety, and look at their most recent 2D games. The same Koopa Links on all 5 games. Nintendo has to take risks to make their 2D games fun again. This connects with the fact that they don't want to change their 2D games because they sell anyways. It's honestly a shame that Nintendo doesn't risk these major franchises. The good thing is that this design philosophy was not carried over to the 3D games, because if it did, Nintendo would be in another Wii U era. But what about the story? Well, this was the first time where Mario has to save Peach, and for the first game it's pretty good, with Bowser being the turtle menacing bad guy. Although this story gets very old in the future games, it's good enough for this game, and having good story is important because it immerses you into the experience. This connects to making the game both good and fun while having a purpose. Playing this game on the go is going to be insane, especially in the future. It's so good, and that's why Nintendo decided to make a Mario Battle Royale based on this game. Man, that's going to be fun. It truly shows why Nintendo is the master at making games. I've had countless hours of fun on this game, and I hope Nintendo capitalizes on making a new 2D adventure. Hopefully breaking these barriers and set the bar high again for the newer games. Now, let's shift gears into Nintendo's history. This game has been out for 35 years, and it's just amazing to see this game finally on the Switch. 1-1 will always be an S tier level to play. It has good game design, and it's hard to see why Nintendo is so good at making games, but desperately lacking in online. I guess we'll never find out why Nintendo is so mysterious in these ways. I mean, they have to know that their fans' reactions to online is bad, but they just don't do anything about it. This connects to the fact that they're doing another mysterious thing, being that Mario Battle Royale will be removed sometime next year. Well, I guess we will have to enjoy the time that we have left with this title. And with that, thank you for watching. Consider subscribing and stay tuned for part 2, which should be coming out sometime next week. Thank you.